Hello friends, welcome again. So just as you see, I'm going to show you how to prepare chicken thoren. A thoren is a South Indian term and it is a dry dish. It's very delicious and easy to prepare. So let's get started. So here I have like 2 pounds, less than 1 kilogram of boneless cleaned chicken. Boneless. So this dish works well with boneless chicken. And I have 15 to 20 shallots. If they are big, you can, just slice them or dice them as you want. Some fresh curry leaves, peppercorns, and fennel seeds. Now, this I will tell you what to do next. We're going to dry roast them and powder them. So, moving on, I have 2 tablespoons of ginger, 2 chilies, which I will be, slitting them. Then I have one small piece of cinnamon stick, cloves, and cardamom seeds. So, this is the ratio that I'll be using for 2 pounds or less than 1 kilogram of chicken. Then moving on, I have mustard, garam masala, chili powder, coriander powder, and turmeric. And last but not the least, one of the main ingredients is 1 cup of grated coconut and finally salt as desired. So if you're going to combine all this together and bring this dish together, as I said, this is a dry dish, so we're not going to add any water and definitely we'll be adding some oil. So this chicken, it's boneless. That is the most important thing. We don't want to pick up bones while we're eating this dish. So let's get started. And just as I said, first the peppercorns and fennel seeds, we will first dry roast them and powder them. So those are the some of the spices that are going to bring a lot of flavor to the dish. So let's get started. Step one, dry roast peppercorns and fennel seeds, powder them, keep them aside. Now in a hot pan, here I have like 4 tablespoons of oil, any cooking oil that you have. Go ahead and add the mustard, let it, splutter. That's when you know that the oil is ready. And then we will one by one go ahead and add all the other ingredients and bring this dish together. So it might look kind of a lengthy process, but once you know all the ingredients, once you have it in your mind, anytime you come across some boneless chicken, you can go ahead and prepare this dish. And trust me, kids will love it. It is really delicious. And now the oil is hot and the mustard started to splutter. So I'll go ahead and add the fresh curry leaves. Sometimes we don't get fresh curry leaves. That's totally understandable. Now moving on, we will add the the spices that we had. That is the cinnamon stick, cloves, and cardamom. We will saute them for some time so that the flavor comes out. So we have the other dry roasted spices, which is the fennel seeds and the peppercorns. I have not added that yet. It is I have kept it aside. So I have also added the 2 green chilies. As I always say, heat is a family or a household preference. So if you need to add more heat to the dish, go ahead and add more green chilies. Now let's go ahead and add the ginger. This is the 2 tablespoons of grated ginger that I have. We will add that as well. Now, again, we will saute them for a couple of minutes so that the raw taste of the ginger goes away. And then once you know it is ready, we will go ahead and add the rest of the ingredients. We've added almost half of the ingredients by now. And one of the important ingredient was the grated coconut. So we will hold on to that right now and we will add it towards the end of our dish preparation. So now the ginger, seems to be ready. It's the raw taste is gone. So now is the time to go ahead and add our shallots. So here I have used like 15, close to 15 shallots for like the amount of chicken that I've taken. So if you increase the amount of chicken, please go ahead and add more shallots. That definitely changes the way the dish comes out through. So here it is. You just want to dice them so that they saute well when you mix them. So here, let me give a good mix to all of them, and then I'll give it some time so that they cook in that mixture. And you can add salt at this time. It's been a couple of minutes now, and you can see how the shallots have turned brown. And then now is the perfect time to add our chicken. Now there goes in my 2 pounds of boneless chicken. If you see, I have cut this chicken into small cube size, I would say, small pieces, because we're going to make it like a thoren that I said. It's just like a poriel or a side dish with your rice or rotis that you're going to use. So we don't want huge pieces or large pieces of chicken. So I have cut them to small cubes. Now I've given a mix with all the ingredients. Now, since we have added our main ingredient, we have, the rest of the masalas and the dry roasted spices left. So here we're going to allow the chicken to now cook for some time, and we will wait for it to be tender. Meanwhile, I check for salt, and my dish needs a little more salt. So let me go ahead and add the some more salt to my dish and give it a final mix. I have not added the masalas or the dry roast spice. So, but I will first allow the chicken to cook in this mixture. So I'm going to go ahead and close this pan and allow the chicken to cook for some time, close to 5 to 10 minutes, I would say. Uh, and then we will come back and see how our dish is doing. So now it's been approximately 8 to 10 minutes, and I've come back to see how the dish is doing. The chicken is half done, and the liquid that you see, it's not water. We have not added any water. It is just the juice from the chicken. So we'll allow it to kind of, become dry. And so we'll open it and cook in the rest. Now I'll go ahead and add the rest of the masalas that I've added. And initially I showed you garam masala, chili powder, turmeric, and coriander. If you see, I've only used like 1 teaspoon of these powders and a half teaspoon of turmeric powder because we do not want to overpower the chicken. But this is one of the ingredient that is going to really change the flavor. That is our dry roasted fennel seeds and the peppercorns. They really bring a change to how this dish is going to come out. Initially, we did add those three other spices which we left it whole: the cloves, the cardamom seeds, and the cinnamon stick. But this one we've dry roasted and powdered them. So if you see, the texture, the color of our dish is getting to, take its form. At this point, we know the chicken is half done, and we have not added the coconut as of yet, but we will let the, chicken cook for another couple of minutes, I would say, in this masala and the spices that they've added. And then we should be good to go ahead and add our coconut, grated coconut, and we will give it all a mix and allow the chicken to cook for a couple of minutes in the coconut. And that brings us to the end of this dish. It's really going to taste delicious. So go ahead and also check for salt. If you need to, go ahead and add the salt. Now we are almost there, and we just have one final ingredient to go in, that is our grated coconut. Now is the perfect time to put in our grated coconut. There I'm adding the coconut. It is 1 cup of coconut that I have taken, and we'll give it all a good mix. And the final cooking of the chicken, we want to allow it with this coconut, right? So it is a very simple one to prepare. As I said, it might look lengthy and overwhelming to you, but if you have all these ingredients in mind, you know, anytime you have or you want to do something with the leftover chicken, you can always go ahead and do this, and it will definitely be very delicious. So here I've given a good mix with whatever I've added, and I would want to allow it to uh, take its own time and cook for a couple of minutes, and then we will come back to see how it's going to look. And here we are. It's been a couple of minutes, and I did give it a mix few times, and the dish is as colorful as it can be. And give it a final mix to see, all the juices, everything is dried up. This is how we want the dish to turn out to be. And it's a boneless chicken, so we don't have to worry about picking bones while we're having this. And if you have some, leftover curry leaves or some fresh curry leaves, chop and throw them in, and give it a final mix so that, that also adds a flavor to the dish. So thank you for staying with me, and I hope you enjoyed every step of this way. And check the description for the ingredients and how to prepare this. And as I said, this goes very well with hot rice, chapatis, anything of your choice. It's going to be amazing. Try it and let me know your thoughts. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for watching. Take care. Until we meet again. Thank you.